Yo, boys and girls of all ages. Man, it's been a while since I can do this, but yeah, so I'm happy to say welcome to another hard hitting edition of Eat Sleep Sixes. What's popping off, everybody out in Sixers land? What's popping off with your car? What's popping off, everybody that's watching right now and that's going to watch later on? Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Carl? How what's up, man? How you doing
I'm
today on
I'm
this
doing all right,
upset?
man.
This is an
You know,
upset evening.
it's definitely an upset evening, and I want to start this episode off with a little story. I went to my neighborhood poppy store this morning and picked up the odds and ends at the breakfast store, and not going to name the location of the store, but they gamble in there. So some guys was at the counter talking about the game tonight. They said the Bulls was going to win. Instantly, I said y'all might want to change y'all ticket because we the Giant Killers. Joel Embiid
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is in tonight. So that's official. Tobias Harris, unfortunately, caught COVID-19. So he has to stay out for mandatory, 10 days. And he has to bring back two negative COVID tests at the end of those 10 days before he could rejoin the team. Brian Green, what's up, man? What's up, BG? Let's get this dub. My brother. My brother.
My
So
brother.
tonight is not a gimme at all. So don't forgive my ish talking. I just feel good about my team. But we're playing top team in the East right now. The Chicago Bulls have been balling. Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, to name a few. The roster is flooded with young talent. And tonight we're going to be tested on the defensive end and the offensive end. So it's definitely refreshing news to hear that Joel Embiid is back and he is rested. So I'm looking forward to see him ball tonight.
Uh,
How about
speaking
yourself?
speaking of that, man, I gotta shout out some brothers, man. I
Do
got
your
some
thing.
brother. I gotta
Do your
shout out
thing.
some brothers, man. I want to go get this haircut. I want to go get this haircut, and people taking notice about this, man. I've been plugging the brothers on. And shout out to my barber over there at Falal's Barbershop. He owned the business. He owned it.
Where's that
Whatever
located?
you 649 Preston Street. If you ever one of the best in the city, if not the best, if you ever want to come get your hair chopped up by one of the best, come holler at him. He said he taking notice, man. He said we know what we talking about in here. He said he don't watch this anything because he don't like when people don't know what they talking about. They just spouting off at the mouth and
Yeah,
running their mouth and stuff like that. He said
yeah.
he took notice about us, man. So shout out to Falal's Barbershop, 649 Preston Street. If you ever want to go and get done by one of the best in the city, or if not the best, come holler at him.
You
But
know,
go ahead. What you about to say, bro?
I'm not to interrupt your lovely commercial, and I hope we get a sponsor from Falah. I hope you're watching, brother. I definitely want to point out that I like this young nucleus that we have, and I'm looking to see the young nucleus take another step. And I'm speaking about Maxi. I'm speaking about George Name, Thibault, just to name a few. Players that weren't key players last year on the roster.
I like
But
Niang. I like Niang.
I
Go
like
ahead.
Niang.
Yeah, I
I
like
like
Niang.
Drummond
Yeah.
for everything that he is. And Drummond was the perfect signing. Why, you ask? Because we have an MVP talent on our team, but he plays about 78% of the year, every year. Welcome home, Sabri. We definitely
Appreciate
understand
it.
from BG. Welcome home.
Appreciate
You
y'all. Appreciate
you
y'all,
look
man.
comfortable. You look
Appreciate y'all,
comfortable.
man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah, well, most definitely. And like with that segue, the brothers was like, man, at the barbershop, because barbershop talk is the best talk. They said, man, you got to stay away from the Sixers tonight, man. You got to stay away from the Six. I said, no. See, we got that big process over there that we got, and we going, and our shooters going, and like my homie, and like my big homie BG said, shooters going to shoot.
shooters gonna shoot.
Shooters going to shoot, baby. So
So
we
that's a
going,
segue
so.
into your brother. Is that
Yeah,
what
it
that's
says
saying?
that's a segue. That's a segue into my like see and see down that this is the first full show for your boy. I gotta plug in the shooters that's gonna shoot tonight, dog, and the
Mm.
shooters going. I gotta shut and see. I always get the
Hold on.
call.
Can I bring
Uh,
you in?
yeah,
Sabri
go.
Team Shooters Edition. Boom.
Shooters edition. Shooters edition. Yeah, and see. First of all. I talked to my big bro and shooters Sabrina Tane edition. I talked to see big bro always give me these calls. See when people get worried about things and stuff like that, big bro hit me on the line and stuff. I ain't gonna give out big bro contact information because that ain't for
Okay,
everybody. That ain't
that
for
got you.
everybody. So
That
so
got
big. Yeah, so big bro was like, big bro, they always worrying, man. I said, and big bro was like, yeah, man, they always worrying, like they don't believe in me, like I didn't prove them wrong in the Hawk series. Big bro said he got this tonight, y'all, and he said all the other shooters going to shoot too. He
So with
said,
that
got
being
him.
said, you just segued me into my next point right here. Who is your key player of the game on our team? Who needs to have an absolute great performance for us to pull this out tonight?
For for us to pull this out tonight, because and like and take a serious note moment. That Bulls team is hot. And like we're not gonna harp too much on them, but like I believe I call it a spade when it
Yeah,
comes down to the NBA. That Bulls team has championship aspirations. Yeah, there's championship aspirations. So, in order for us to win tonight, the big fella got to snap tonight. The big fella got to snap. We're gonna have to play.
always.
This is a preview. This is a preview of playoff basketball. This is a preview of playoff basketball early in the season because you never know. You're gonna have to run into the Bulls. You might have to run into the Bulls late in the playoffs and stuff like that. I'm gonna name three pieces and like I'm gonna name three pieces. And the last piece, BG said it. The last piece gonna have to be one of the shooters. If it's Seth, if it's Niang, we gonna have to get some points off somebody not naming Embiid or Maxi because we missing Harris tonight. So we have to make that production up in another spot. We're gonna have to make it up for the next 10 days because like you
Mm-hmm.
said, Tobias caught COVID and you gotta go through hoops and needles to get cleared and all that other stuff. So you're gonna have to and the shooter's gonna have to come to shoot. I'm not saying go crazy. Take a decent amount of volume shots, and we need for them shots to fall in to beat the Bulls. We're gonna need everything hands on deck to beat the Bulls and stuff like
Agreed.
that. So
May I
yeah,
stir the pot for a second? You know, we report the news here. That's what we do.
that's
You
what
know,
we
we talk
do.
about the 76ers. So I would be remiss if I didn't mention uh Daryl Morey and Ben Simmons have a small little meeting today. In hood terms, Daryl basically walked up to him and said, "Hey Ben, what's up?" You know, and Ben said the same thing he's been saying. He's not ready to play yet. So, you know, that's where we
Mm-mm.
at right now with that. And it's horrible that, you know, we have an all-star caliber player out due to COVID, you know, and we can't even
Yeah.
rely on the guy that's getting paid what he's
And,
getting paid.
we're not going to dance around it either. They're in the article also, and when what I read up on it today was that he's offered the Sixers organization has offered him the doctors and the mental help that he needs,
He didn't
but
want it.
he said no, I'm gonna go outside the organization to get that done. And my thing is to you, my brother Ben Simmons, young man, youngin, that if this team so we in a society that mental health is a very serious thing. Your
Absolutely.
mental, yeah, you gotta protect your mental and stuff like that. If a team is willing to meet you in that crossroads and say, you know what, we're going to help you get the help that you need, but oh no, I want to go outside, but I want to go outside the organization and get my own help. See, that's a red flag to me. Yeah, that's a red flag to me.
We talking about 25 because we're the Sixers reporters. You know, those people want to know when they're going to see him. So that's the latest update. I don't think we're going to see him.
I think we're going to
They
see him either and this is a perfect segue because situations like this, like it ties in because when we run into teams like the Bulls, no matter how much y'all might not like 25, y'all might not like him right now at the moment. I think the way he acting, he's going out totally wrong about the situation. But when it comes down to it, teams like the Bulls, you need a 25 to come. You need a 25 to beat these dudes because you 25. You got 25. He cancels out Zach Levine. 25 can go right at Zach Levine cancel out, but you don't have a Zach Levine stopper in the game no more. You got to rely on Matisse and see what Matisse is. You losing a little bit of offense.
Yeah,
And so
pretty
you're
much.
losing a little bit of offense when you rely on Matisse. With 25, he was giving you something else. I know how you feel, BJ. I know how you feel, but 25 is going to have a clamp on us until we get a resolution, until we trade him out of town, or until he steps up on the court. 25 is going to have a clamp. We're not a championship team
That's
without
a
a
hell of a
decent,
lot of cap room being taken care
yeah,
of now. You
yeah,
know,
and we're
that's
not a
just
championship team without a good point guard.
yeah. So with that being said, we're 5-2, still and still. We're 5-2. We're going into a game tonight with the top team in the East with the opportunity, to shake some ish up. And one thing I can say for sure, with 21 on the floor,
Anything is
I'm banking
possible.
on anything's possible.
Anything is
He's just one
possible.
of those guys. And if he gets started, Doc can run this offense from the inside out. I think we got a good chance. Like last game, I think we got a good chance on beating this team. There's
Uh,
nobody in their lineup where I'm just, oh my God, I'm scared. Zach LaVine is a great talent. Don't get me wrong, but he can't beat us by himself.
and,
So
I agree with that. I agree with that, and see, and what we got to be careful of is that collectively as a whole, this team is special. Like this Bulls team, not I can't say special. Excuse me. This Bulls team is good so far to start the season. And I said, what we got to be careful was they got Patrick Williams, they got Nikola Vucevic, they got
they
DeMar
got young
DeRozan.
role players.
As a unit, you got to be careful not to take this team crazy because Lonzo Ball, he's a little up and down, but this Lonzo Ball we seeing right now looking like the Lonzo Ball the Lakers wanted.
Pretty much.
So so we got to be careful. Like if we going into this game, we got to treat this game with a hungry attitude, hungry to prove because we got so many stories. Everybody right now, the Bulls is on top of the world so far in the beginning of the season. So we got to treat this like we hungry, we got to treat this like metaphorically. Metaphorically, I don't like the crabs in the barrel thing. I don't like the crabs in the barrel mentality, but you got to treat this like crabs in the barrel. The Bulls is that top crab that's trying to go out the barrel. You got to pull them back down
Yeah.
and make a statement that I don't care. 25 ain't here. Tobias might be out for COVID. Joel might be a little banged up, but we not
We
going
still gonna
nowhere.
ball.
And we going and that's the statement that has to be made tonight with this game right here. It has to
And
be. Oh, we not going nowhere.
with
We
that
here
being
to
said,
stay.
my key to the game is going to be actually, BG got a saying is that if the bench scores over 30 points, we win. I'm gonna need Shake Milton to shake some ish up tonight, and with the rest of the bench, and him and George Name could be a formidable duel coming off that bench offensively. That's a lot of firepower. If we could get 15 points apiece from them, and that's not too much to ask. These guys are very capable. Along with our backup big man Andre Drummond, if we could continue to get that flow of continuity off that bench, we could play with any team. We
Yeah,
could
we
play with any
can.
team.
We
Yeah,
could play
pretty
with
much.
any team, and I gotta apologize and stuff like that because I was on the fly. But I normally had some numbers for you and stuff like that. I'm more on the fly today. But
That's
like
okay.
that's because as I've been seeing that performance was against the Blazers. That performance was a total team effort and stuff like that. Now,
Yeah.
so and you had the shooters you had the shooters step up, and that's what's going to be important.
They had about 40 points off that bench, man. 40,
And
50
40
points.
points off the bench and see, and that's what's going to be important. That's what's going to be important come later in the season, and see, and when playoff time comes, because we know this team is going to be a top three seed in the East. Going to be a top three seed in the East. Bucks with the Bucks, us and the Bucks and us. We're going and the Bulls now. There's going to be a battle. There's going to be another drag them out, and can't forget about the Nets. I'm not really too solid on the Nets, but you can't forget about the Nets.
Not at
We're
all.
gonna be a top three seed in the East, and later on in the season, you're gonna find out how good this bench really is. Like it's still early on, but you're gonna find out how good this bench really is, and we're gonna need the bench to continue to step up and come to play. We're gonna need
Talking
the
about
bench
talking
for
about
real.
stepping up. We're not going to stop what we've been doing this whole season. So right now, you're going to take us right into the over and unders. Over and under tonight. Joel Embiid, 35 points. Over or under
Yeah.
35?
I think I can say I give Joel Embiid. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him 42 tonight because and the reason why I'm gonna say
Over.
42 tonight.
Ooh,
I'm gonna over 35. I'm gonna give him 42 because he understands the severity, the significance of this matchup. And Nikola Vucevic, and he's not a bad defensive center,
no,
but
not
I
at all.
think but I think when it's I think even Anthony Davis is not a bad defensive big, but when Embiid, there's no other center in this league that can lock
Mm-hmm.
horns with him.
Yep.
That can lock horns with him. If you say Vucevic, I don't think Vucevic. I don't think AD. I don't think none of them dudes can lock horns with him. And I think he understands the severity of the matchup tonight. So it's going to have to be a 42-point performance for him.
Okay. So my second one will be close to home for you. Seth Curry.
Yeah,
Over and
my
under.
big brother, my
Oh,
big
oh,
my
over and
I give him
under. Three threes or under.
I say over three threes and under. I'll give him the over. I say he's going to hit about five threes tonight.
Okay.
He's gonna hit about five threes tonight because, like BG said, and we gonna go right back to it. Shooters gonna shoot, and and I'm gonna also say something else too. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Most
So
definitely.
when in the shooter's head, that's how the shooters think. The shooters think is a marathon. It's not a sprint out here. So that first bucket don't see when you be in the gym playing with when your brothers that first shot don't go in, you be like, damn. Then you put the shot right back up. As a shooter, your mentality is going to keep on shooting and shooting and shooting until you can't shoot no more. So I'm going with five threes for the man they call my big brother,
No
Seth
doubt.
Curry.
No doubt. With that being said, this has been another hard hitting
And
edition of a welcome back Sabri edition of
yeah,
Bucks and
welcome back.
Sixers. Please come back to us in post game. The whole gang will be here to chop it up and talk about hopefully a Sixers win.
That Sixers win, a Sixers dub, and it's just
Go
and
by
like how my
Sixers.
OG said it, and how my OG Wallow said it, and it's just like that.
Peace.